Make sure to stay until the end. We're going to share a common mistake people make and they end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and repairs they actually do not need. All that will be covered in this video today. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Super quick helpful video to any of you having problem where radiator fan does not work on GMC SIERRA, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2018. Stay with us, we'll explain what can easily cause that, guys, how we can fix it, what we see here at the garage that people completely ignore and that can destroy their engines. If you need to buy replacement parts, tools, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. Check it out and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from. So let's start on it now. So before we start, let us tell you guys a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix pretty much anything. Why we guys do all that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. By the way guys, check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. So let's go ahead guys and start on it now. If the radiator fan does not work, the first thing you want to check guys is fuses relays, because it could be quite simple fix. There will be some hidden one. Let's explain now on that GMC SIERRA. By the way guys, 90% of the owners of that GMC SIERRA do not know about all the hidden fuse boxes in it. That's why we made a special video. Check it out on our YouTube channel. That's called GMC SIERRA Fuse Box Location and Diagram. It's a video people told us saved them thousands of dollars in repairs. Lucky for us, we work today in a fuse box. The first one is easy to get to, most people know about that one. Second one is a little bit hidden, we'll talk about it. This is on the driver's side. Open that cover right here, you can see facing the engine on the right side, and you have a fuse box with a layout like this one here. But before we guys continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is guys very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the JK's fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume guys that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen guys at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So what we guys have here, let's zoom in. This fuse box is used only for year 2018 model. 2014 through 70 use a different fuse box. And what we need to check now here guys, okay, we're talking about first fuse number 12 and 13. Those are main radiator fan fuses right here. You may have other ones as well. We're talking about 42 right here, and some of you may have relay 71 depending on which engine you have. Now if you have a 2014 through 2017, you still have fuse number 12, 13 right here. You may have 42, but this will be known as relay 72 instead of 71. Now under the hood guys, if you open the hood again, you have another fuse box on top of the battery that's hidden. You see, excuse me, right here on the battery positive terminal, if you remove that cover, you will find out that the battery positive terminal, you have hidden fuse box, and that fuse box looks like this one. That's a closer look. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fuses. Check these fuses too. Some models may have an extra radiator fan fuse there as well. Other things that we see here that causes the fan not to work, it could be bad radiator fan. If you want to see how to test the radiator fan, we'll have the video on the channel that will explain step by step how to test a radiator fan. Check it out. Some cars will have radiator fan resistor or a radiator fan control module. The control module, it's like a computer that regulates the different speeds. Most likely that's what you have. Some cars have a resistor, so you need to test each one of those guys. How to test radiator fan control module, we'll have the video on the channel as well. Next, you have one device that's known guys as a coolant temperature sensor. This reads the temperature from the cylinder head. That device guys is super important, okay. The purpose of it tells the engine computer how hot the engine is, and it's going to turn the fan on. If that coolant temperature sensor does not work correctly, or that coolant temperature sensor does not send the correct information to the engine computer, the fan may not work. So Always test your coolant temperature sensor. We have a really easy video that will teach you how to test coolant temperature sensor. Next, make sure you have good amount of coolant. Not having coolant may cause that sensor to be dry, and that way it may not detect temperature as well. Another thing, guys, excuse me, if you worked on the cooling system, you drained the coolant and you filled it up, make sure you bleed the cooling system. If you have an air pocket, that can cause the the coolant temperature sensor not to work correctly as well. So make sure you bleed the cooling system too. Next, check the connection for the radiator fan. That will be the next thing. Make sure everything is plugged in and the control wire from the engine computer to the radiator fan is not broken. But those are the most common things we see here at the garage. So guys, this GMC SIERRA has all kinds of different fuses, different kinds of relays, and those could be really hard to find. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you cannot find a replacement one, you may be stuck because of that. So we recommend, guys, okay, to get some spare ones and put in the glove box for a peace of mind. We will share the information in the description of the video below where you can get them from at a good price, quick shipping. That way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully, guys, the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.